Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the new season of RSF1 here with F2, which I'll be bringing you the entire season of. I'm driving in F5 this year, but I'm commentating on F2, so you're going to get clips like this, you're going to get videos like this of F2, and then you're going to get my POV in F5. I'm looking forward to it. Fingers crossed it's going to be a great season, and I can tell you now, this race does not disappoint. Now, as you can see here, the F3 World Champion from last year, Musical Rocket in this tier. We've got Unity Hush, Izzy Wizzy Woo, RSF1 Cornish, who I raced last year, Pigeon Munch, Moronix, CW, who was spooky last season. We've got Mega Centurion, who you'll see in FSM videos, Matty, who is my teammate, along with Muddy Biscuit. They are part of the AlphaTauri team, and so am I. And you can see here, Matty, last chance to get himself into Q2, and he's just eliminated. He's not done enough. Falcon's retired nice and early and eliminated himself from this session. And as you can see now, we're nipping down. We're showing you who's out. JJ Hudson, Falcon, Matty, Crazy Fish, and Bang You're Dead are all eliminated from the first Q1 session. Now we jump into Q2. Who's going to go for the medium to hard? Who's going to try and risk the soft strategy? We don't know at the moment, but Evo puts himself in P5 now. Cornish coming around to finish his first lap of the session. Puts himself up into P2. Good lap there from RSF1 Cornish. Izzy Wizzy Woo now, who is the favourite for the championship this season. Izzy Wizzy Woo goes P2. Very good from Izzy Wizzy Woo. Now Connor Todd finishes his lap, goes P2 as well. Now you can see it's got a bit cloudier. You've got Mega Centurion, who's retired from the session. Vettel retired nice and early. Evo puts himself into P3. Mega's now at risk. Is Mega going to go out? Quaker Oats, can he improve? He can. He goes P3. A couple of these drivers gone onto the soft tyres, which is pushing all the medium runners out. Moronix, also on the soft tyres, should put himself through. He does. P5. Now Muddy Biscuit, another driver that's gone onto the soft tyres. Can he get himself into the Q3? And he does, which eliminates Sadar 2 Wizard, Unity Hush, Mega Centurion, Vettel SF71H, and Mason Dunks. Wow, some big players eliminated there in Q2. Now we jump to Q3, which, as you can see on their outlap, is started to rain. Now, this is going to throw a spanner into the works. If any of these drivers invalidate their laps, they're starting P10. They have to finish these laps and finish these laps well. And as you can see, Izzy Wizzy Woo has absolutely smashed this. She's in the slipstream of Connor Todd for the entire lap. You got to be careful with Connor Todd though. He is lagging slightly. But Izzy Wizzy is in the slipstream for the entire lap. CW goes top for now with a 30.3. Then Connor Todd with a 30.2. And Izzy Wizzy Woo a 29.5. Putting herself on the provisional pole, and to be honest with you, I don't see anybody getting close to that. Cornish finishes his lap. Pigeon Munch has come across the line to finish his lap. Now Moronix, you can see the drivers that finished their lap earlier are doing better. The conditions have deteriorated, and I think that is our grid there. As you can see now, we're on board with Cornish, who's decided to do another outlap. You can see the conditions have completely deteriorated now. They look awful. I don't think there's any improvement left in the track. It's too wet. And as you can see, Connor Todd has retired. He says it's too wet. Veronic's retired. And for some reason, Izzy Wizzy Woo and Rocket are doing outlaps as well. Not really sure why. And you can see Rocket into turn 1 and turn 2. Pushing as hard as he possibly can to see if he can improve. And he loses the back end and he's around. As I said, it's way too wet now. And that will do us for Q3. Izzy Wizzy Woo in the Mercedes P1. Mercedes 1-2 actually. Rocket in P2. What a qualifying session. Izzy Wizzy nailed her lap with the slipstream of Connor Todd. Just far enough back to get the slipstream, but not close enough to be able to be held up by him, considering her lap was 7 tenths faster than Connor. But very, very good quali and very entertaining. And it sets us up for a very, very good race, and I am absolutely looking forward to it. And as you can see now, we'll run you through the grid. We've got Bang You're Dead in P20 in the Haas. 19th place, Crazy Fish in the Williams. 18th, Matty in the AlphaTauri. Then 17th is Falcon, who retired a little bit early in Q1, which is why he's down there in the McLaren car. Then JJ Hudson in the Aston Martin, the branded Racing Point from last season, is 16th. Then you've got Mason Dunks in the Alfa Romeo in 15th. Then Vettel in 14th place in the Alpine, branded again, new for this season. Then you got Mega Centurion in the McLaren in 13th. Then Unity Hush in the other Alpine car in P12. Just in front of him is the French driver, César Wizard. I know he's not actually French, but we always say it to him. Then you've got Quaker Oats in P10. Then Moronix P9. SLR Evo P8 in the Ferrari. Then you've got Mr. Pigeon Munch in P7 in the Haas car. Then CW 26 in the other Williams up in P6. Muddy Biscuit in P5 in the AlphaTauri. Just in front of him is the F4 defending champion, RSF1 Cornish in P4. Then Connor Todd in P3. Then Musical Rocket, the F3 defending champion, in P2 with his teammate Izzy Wizzy Woo on pole position for this race. Izzy Wizzy is one of the favourites for the championship this season, and realistically, she's going to want to convert this pole position into a win today. Can she do it? It's going to be a very tough one because there's a big grid, and we go to 5 red lights. And it's go, go, go for the first race here in F2 in RSF1 for this season. And it's a brilliant start for a Musical Rocket. He gets himself the hot shot into turn 1. And Izzy Wizzy's side by side with Connor Todd. I think Connor Todd's just edged past her. Everyone gets through turn 1 and turn 2 cleanly. No contact. Brilliant from everybody. I think Matty was very cautious because he's now down in 20th place. He started 18th. I think he was cautious to avoid any sort of contact. And you can see the Alpine car down the inside of Vettel, down the inside of Falcon. Now, I think it's spreading out a little bit here on lap 1. But a very, very clean start from the grid. No one's had any incidents, which is what you want to see. You can see cars side by side in the background there. César Wizard thinking about a move on CW, but thought twice of it because it's too early. You don't want to be going for lunges. But at the moment, Rocket leads the race. Connor Todd in P2. You got Izzy Wizzy Woo in P3, Muddy Biscuit P4, Pigeon P5, then 6th place for Cornish, 7th for CW, 8th César Wizard, Quaker Oats in 9th from the Ferrari, and his teammate Evo in P10. And the biggest gainer off the line there so far is César Wizard, who's gained 3 positions. Brilliant start for him. And Cornish has lost a couple. But yeah, very close start. Izzy Wizzy Woo's lost a couple of positions as well. But sector 3, we've got a yellow flag. There's been an incident. And it's César. As I was talking about him having a really good start, he's had an incident with Evo, which is going to cause them both to go into the pit lane and get a front wing replaced. Unfortunate for both drivers, but it is what it is. It does happen. It's lap 1, you bunch up and incidents happen. I'm surprised nothing happened in turn 1 and turns 2. But now, you can see the front 5 cars here bunched up together. Connor Todd, Rocket, Izzy Wizzy Woo, Muddy Biscuit and Pigeon Munch. It looks like Connor Todd has passed Rocket somewhere, which we haven't seen. Now Izzy Wizzy Woo goes for a move on Rocket and he does not fight it at all. Lets her go, does not put up any fight. And also Rocket's got a new designed helmet for this year. He doesn't like to go with a random helmet in the car, and he's gone with a light blue one. And then you can see Muddy Biscuit goes for a move on Rocket as well. And he goes and gets past Musical Rocket. He's just dropping back. I don't know what's happened to Rocket, but he's lost all sorts of pace. Now he's down into P4. He was leading the race. Now he's P4 and he's dropping away. You can see Izzy Wizzy goes for a move on Connor Todd, but I think he just lags back in front of her. And she's going to have another go. Probably down the big long straight. I think it's probably smart to wait. She's used a lot of her ERS this early in the race. Lap 5. This is not a track where it regenerates very well. So she's going to have to basically fight that later in the race, because she'll be a much slower driver later on in the race without any safety cars. Now, Rocket is thinking about getting closer to Muddy Biscuit, but Izzy Wizzy Woo could be having a go now to take the lead on Connor Todd, and she goes past him, and Izzy Wizzy's back in the lead. Connor Todd drops down to P2. Now, the soft runners are going to be thinking soon about a pit stop because the tyres cannot go that long into the race. And as you can see, lap 6, the soft runners are dropping back. Now Cornish going for a move on Rocket. Rocket tries to defend it and just about keeps in front of Cornish. Cornish thought twice there because that would have probably ended in disaster for both drivers. Probably Cornish more than anybody. Now we got a yellow flag. Falcon! Falcon is out of the Grand Prix. Falcon has crashed. Falcon has retired. Unfortunate for him. Now we move on to lap 7. Musical Rocket thinking about a move for Muddy Biscuit. He's all over him. He's thinking about going down the inside, and I think he's just about made the move stick. And he does. Muddy does not fight it too hard. Muddy's on those soft tyres that are going off. Connor Todd's already pitted off his softs. Quaker Oats and Moronics have as well. Muddy's gone for the hard tyres. So's Pigeon Munch. They are both trying to go to the end of the Grand Prix now. Now we're on board. Unity Hush going for a move down the inside of Cornish. Cornish fights it, stays there, but Unity side by side trying to go round the outside of him and just about makes the move stick. Beautiful move from Unity Hush. And Cornish drops down to P4, Hush is up into P3, and at the moment Mercedes 1-2. Still, they're back into that 1-2 position after the pit stop from Connor Todd and Muddy Biscuit getting out of the way. Now, Unity Hush going for a move on Musical Rocket. Side by side. Just comes across him in the corner. But Rocket won't have it. This Rocket's going to come back at him. Rocket will not sit back and do nothing here. He's thinking about a move now. Round the outside. Into the high speed right. This does not normally end well. There's a bit of contact. Rocket loses the back end after the tiny bit of contact. And he's rolled back onto the racing line. Oh my god, what a crash! What a huge crash. Mason Duggan comes across on round the corner. Could not avoid Rocket. And it was a huge impact. Absolutely massive impact there. And I believe Mega was caught up in it as well. Wow. What a crash that was. That was horrendous. Huge crash. And you can see Connor Todd's lagging all over the place. And he's come across and got in the way of Quaker Oats. And they've both been given a 5-second time penalty for Connor's lag. That is annoying. That's something you can't avoid. But it happens, I guess, sometimes. But what a huge crash that was. Wow. Wow. Now, safety car restart. Izzy's gone already. Izzy has bounced. She has gone so early that's caught out the field. Unity has dropped back from her. Cornish dropped back. Pigeon Munch was a little bit more aware. But then there's a gap to Muddy Biscuit, who obviously got caught out quite massively by that restart. Now, we're underway. Let's see what everyone can do. Can anybody have a go on this restart? Cornish will be thinking about a move, potentially, on Unity Hush as early as possible. But, remember, no DRS for the first 3 laps. Well, first 2 laps. It activates on the 3rd lap here under the safety car restart. Now, Unity Hush got Cornish all over the back of him. Turns in, and Cornish is around! Cornish is around! I don't know if that was just lack of space or Cornish put himself where he shouldn't have done. But he's gone around and he's come back on the track alongside Matty. And he's trying to force Matty off the track slightly. And he does, and he keeps that position. He's in P9. But Cornish went down the inside there, and it looks like 2 into 1 don't go. That sort of situation. And unfortunately for him, he loses that position. Unity thinking about a move now on Izzy Wizzy Woo. Getting close to her. Before we have any sort of ideas of another pit stop for anybody. Connor Todd, who is now, he's out of the Grand Prix. I can't remember what happened to Connor Todd, but he is out of the Grand Prix. We've got Connor Todd out, Quaker Oats out, Vettel out, Mason Dunks out, Rocket out, and Falcon out. Crazy race so far here. Cornish picks up another time penalty. He loves his time penalties. He's up to 9 seconds already, but he's pushing really hard after obviously having the little spin there off the back of Unity Hush. But there's another spin. I think it might be Cornish as I was talking. I think Cornish has had another incident, and he has. Cornish has gone around. P13, he's dropped now. Not a great start to the season for the F4 defending champion. He has had a shocker here in F2. Yes, it's 2 classes up, but he's got the pace to compete at this level. but he struggled. But Bang You're Dead's out! Bang You're Dead has had an incident, and he's retired on the long right-hander, and has brought out another safety car. Couple cars have dived in. Izzy Wizzy Woo stayed out. Muddy Biscuit stayed out. CW, I believe, has stayed out as well. JJ Hudson stayed out. This could be the biggest mistake they've made. The drivers behind them will pit for the soft tyres. They must pit for the soft tyres. Soft or medium till the end. And you're just going to be rapid. Yes, there you go. Unity Hush, softs. Pigeon Munch, softs. Cesar, softs. Mega, softs. You've got a lot of drivers in. Matty on the softs as well. Cornish on the softs. Evo on the mediums. They've all come in for a stop. They've all decided, yes, we're going to be fast as soon as the safety car resumes. Izzy Wizzy Woo had this race in her hands. In her hands. Muddy Biscuit in P2. He's done bits to get himself into P2. But Izzy Wizzy Woo, she has made a royal mistake here. JJ Hudson's realised he's made a mistake. He's pitted now. He's going to get off those hards. Whoever's on the hard tyres now is just going to get swallowed up on the restart. Izzy Wizzy Woo has potentially thrown away a victory here. Very disappointing for her. But you never know. She might be able to hold them back, but I just don't see it. It's going to be crazy pace difference. She's waiting. She's biding her time to do the restart. And she goes now. She's off. She's off. And Unity Hush gets the restart perfectly. He's down the he's going between Muddy Biscuit and CW. Oh, Pigeon. Is it Pigeon Munch? No, it's CW. Pigeon Munch is also going for a move on CW. And what a restart that is for Unity Hush. 4th to 2nd in the first corner. Pigeon Munch gets CW. Now he's going to be looking to get Muddy as quick as he possibly can. But Unity now all over the back of Izzy. And there's been an incident in the back, and it's Cornish again. Oh, Cornish, what's going on, mate? Now Unity trying to have a go at Izzy at the first available opportunity. He goes for a move. Izzy's squeezing him. She's squeezing him. No, you can't do that, Izzy. Izzy squeezed him off the circuit and then cuts him off on the corner as well, giving him a time penalty. Wow. Wow, that's aggression. You can't be doing that, Izzy. It's a little bit far. Yes, there's defending, but then there's also pushing another driver off the circuit. Now, Unity thinking about another move. I don't know if he's going to go for it here into turn 1. He's thinking about it. He might go for the move here into turn 1, or he might just wait. He's side by side, and he goes around the outside of a beautiful move. Unity Hush into the lead of the race. And now, Pigeon, if he wants to win this race, he's going to have to pass Izzy as quick as possible. And at the moment, might not be possible for him. He's got to do everything he possibly can to get Izzy as fast as possible. Might be able to get her down this long straight, actually. Cornish has pitted again for another set of soft tyres. Now, Pigeon in the slipstream, getting closer. JJ's left the session, JJ Hudson. But Izzy's put... Oh my god, Izzy pushed him off the track. Izzy has just pushed Pigeon off the track as he's going to make an overtake. Wow, that driving was questionable from Izzy. I don't know what she's done there, but it's not a smart call. You don't push a driver off the circuit like that. Now, that's going to leave Pigeon very angry. He's not going to be impressed now. He's going for a move immediately. She cuts him off again. Pigeon is getting frustrated. He goes for another move. She cuts him off again. This driving from Izzy is questionable. Now, another go. He's got the DRS this time. He's using his ERS. He goes around the outside. Izzy tries to push him off again. And then outbrakes herself and spins into the corner. Wow, that driving from Izzy was very aggressive. And she's caused herself to lose many positions and probably drop outside of the point due to a very aggressive driving style. There's aggression and then there's just being dangerous. She was on the borderline of being dangerous. And as you can see, Mega has got past Pigeon Munch. Now, there's going to be a battle between Unity Hush, Mega and Pigeon for the race victory. But you'll see in a minute that Mega has 11 seconds of time penalties compared to the other two drivers of 3 seconds. And you can see in front of us now, CW makes a move on Muddy Biscuit. Muddy's going to want to make a move back on him because this could potentially be the battle for the final podium position with Mega's penalties that he has, because I don't think he'll gap them by 11 seconds by the end. And as you can see, Muddy gets him back. Muddy goes down the DRS straight and gets down the inside of CW. Now, can he hold that position and get the final podium position of the day for race 1 here in F2 in RSF1? What a crazy race has been up to this point. Now you got Mega Centurion, who obviously wants to win the race on track, but cannot win the race on penalties unless he gaps these drivers by 9 seconds in 2 laps. Now that's not possible in my opinion, because they're on fresh tyres as well. Maybe he could gap Muddy, but it's no chance he can win this race. Now he's thinking about going for a move here on Unity Hush at the first available opportunity. He might go for it, he might wait, but knowing Mega, he's going to go for the move. He's down the inside. Mega Centurion takes the lead of the Grand Prix on track. But like I said, the battle for the race victory will be between the 2 drivers behind. You've got Unity Hush and Mr. Pigeon Munch, who are battling hard. Muddy Biscuit's just outside of the 3 seconds he would need to win the race, but he's on those hard tyres that are really old at this point. And now you can see, Pigeon is having a go. Is he going to have a go at Unity Hush, or is he just going to wait? Unity Hush is thinking about a move up Mega, but he can't be going for the move. He backs off because he realises he shouldn't be battling Mega. Mega is not in their race really at this point. Muddy Biscuit currently on the provisional podium in P4, but he will be P3 after Mega's penalties are applied. He is fighting with all his might to get himself into a position that he can get them. Matty sat in P6 right now, but provisionally P4 due to everybody's penalties in front of him. He has none either. Both AlphaTauris are the only 2 drivers running in this race at this point that have no penalties, which is quite impressive around this circuit. It's very easy to pick up a penalty. You probably see in the F5 race that I'll be taken back. But Pigeon Munch goes for the move down the inside of the final corner. Cut back to Unity Hush. What a battle these 2 are having into the final lap. Whoever wins on the track out of these 2 will win the first race in F2. There's a lot of things at stake here. Yes, the lads will be on the podium, but they want to win. Pigeon Munch has to pass Unity Hush on this lap to win the Grand Prix. He is all over the back of him. Cornish picks up another time penalty, up to 15 seconds now. Pigeon all over the back of Unity, but unfortunately for Pigeon, Unity's getting the DRS off the back of Mega as well. And you can see that Izzy Wizzy is not going to get any points after aggressive driving earlier in the Grand Prix that made her spin. She is not going to get a single point today, which is unfortunate for her, but she kind of done it to herself. Now Pigeon thinking about making a move. He didn't have a go at the DRS straight because he wasn't close enough. Now I think the only chance Pigeon's got at this point is a mistake from Unity Hush. And Unity Hush is getting very fighty on the back of Mega when he doesn't need to. He could just sit there and follow Mega and win the Grand Prix. But he's thinking about a move. He is all over the back of him. A 3-car battle for the race victory here. And Unity makes a mistake. Unity Hush makes a little tiny error. And it's given Pigeon Munch the provisional win. Can Pigeon get around the final corner and win the Grand Prix? He defends into the final corner. Unity does not get a good line off. Mega's going to win on track. But our first winner in F2 this season is Mr. Pigeon Munch. Comes across to win. Unity Hush P2. Muddy Biscuit gets P3. Matty P4. Mega gets P5. Then CW 6th. Moronic 7th. Crazy Fish 8th. And then you get Cesar 2 Wizard 9th. And SLR Evo making up the final points position in P10. What a race to start the season. Very, very entertaining. I enjoyed every second. Hope you did too. If you enjoyed, subscribe for more. I've been Chris12 LFC and I'll see you later.